up, everybody? Hey, I got a donation from Travis Perrotta, my buddy, who wanted me to put my top 10 1984 albums. And this was tough, man. Went to Wikipedia looking up all those albums from 1984. And my God, I leave so many great ones off. I mean, amazing albums I leave off. Like Yngwie Malmsteen's Rising Force. Amazing album. Fistful of Metal, Anthrax. My favorite Anthrax album didn't make the list. Crusader, Saxon, it's a shaky one. I don't feel bad about that. But I feel bad about leaving Disillusion out from Loudness. That's a great one. And Sabotage, Dungeon or Calling. Trouble, Psalm 9 should be on the top list. The first Great White album's amazing, should be there. Warlock, Burning the Witches, my favorite Warlock album, should be up there. Venom, At War with Satan, didn't make it. Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry, amazing album, didn't make it. Alcatraz, Life Sentence. Lizzie Borden, Give 'em an Axe. Last in Line, Dio. God, that would be 11. Icon, the first Icon album, probably be 12. The Warning, Queensryche, Jesus Christ, what a great album that is. Faith's Warning, Night of the Brocken. The Ramones, Too Tough to Die. The first Bathory album. Armored Saint, fucking March of the Saint, amazing album. Manowar, Sign of the Hammer, amazing. What many consider the greatest comeback album. Perfect Strangers, Deep Purple, didn't make my top 10. And I know there's more that I missed, but believe me, it hurts, but I'm happy with my top 10. All right? At number 10, I'm going with Dokken, Tooth and Nail. My favorite Dokken album. I think that album smokes. I don't think there's a bad song on the whole album. All killer, no filler. Greatest Dokken album to me is Tooth and Nail. At number 9, the last great Iron Maiden album, in my opinion, Power Slave. What an awesome album. Also, I don't think there's a bad song on this album. I love Back in the Village and The Duelists and what have you. Throw me any song off that album and I will tell you, I love it. Power Slave at number 9. At number 8, 1984 from Van Halen. Man, I was listening to this album the other day, man. Girl Gone Bad. The guitar work on that song is sickening. Hot for Teacher, my favorite song off it, but you got Drop Dead Legs and Top Jimmy and, oh man, I'll Wait is awesome. House of Pain. Number 8, Van Halen, Out of the Cellar, is number 7. That's right, Ratt, Out of the Cellar. Another album that I don't think there's a bad song on it. All killer, no filler. Ratt Was Hungry. I saw him blow Billy Squire off the stage on that tour. Fucking amazing. All right, number 6. Yeah, I mentioned Sign of the Hammer from Manowar, but they also released another album in 1984 that made it to my number 6, and that is Hail to England. One of my favorite Manowar songs is Blood of My Enemy. You got Kill with Power. I mean, what a freaking metal masterpiece. Laugh If You Want. I Shall Bang My Head to Manowar Till I Die at number 6. All right, look, I had to do this. I had to. At number 5, it's a tie. Yep, a tie. Because both these albums cannot stay out of my top 10. They just can't. So at number 5, tied, W.A.S.P. The first album. It's the album I played the most that year. I mean, I would crank the shit out of W.A.S.P. all year. I saw that tour. Huge fan of that first album. All killer, no filler. Definitely W.A.S.P. makes my list at number 5. But also, it's a tie, and it needs to be in my top 10. The first Metal Church album was one of the greatest 1-2 punches known to man in the history of heavy metal. Is Beyond the Black going into Metal Church? Masterpiece. Metallic masterpiece. At number 5, Metal Church and W.A.S.P. At number 4, man, all the way up there, and it's not even an album. It's an EP. I'm going with Haunting the Chapel from Slayer. Yep, it's my favorite Slayer release, even though it is an EP. But man, Chemical Warfare, Haunting the Chapel, Captor of Sin, awesome stuff, and that made my number 4. At number 3, Metallica, Ride the Lightning. Yep, it has to make my top 3 at least. You know, Ride the Lightning, Creeping Death, By Fire with Fire, Trapped Under Ice, For Whom the Bell Tolls. God, Fade to Black, Escape. I love Escape. Awesome album at number 3. All right, number 2, man. This is just historic metal. Celtic Frost with Morbid Tales. Into the Crypts of Rage. What an amazing song to start the album off with. Then you got Procreation of the Wicked, Nocturnal Fear. Oh man, Return to Eve, Visions of Mortality. Come on, give me a break. This is fucking historic, all the way at number 2. But it can't be number 1. No. It's impossible to be number 1 when you have Mercyful Fate, Don't Break the Oath, released that year. I said it many times recently, and I will say it again. 1984 is the cutting point. Everything that came out of 1984, no metal album is as good as Don't Break the Oath. And since 1984, there's never been a metal album to match it. I think Don't Break the Oath it's just the pinnacle, right? But what's really funny about it, Don't Break the Oath is not even my favorite Mercyful Fate album. It would be Melissa that came up before. But really, my favorite is the EP, the Nuns Have No Fun EP. That's my favorite release. Then Melissa, then Don't Break the Oath. But all 3 are pretty much equal. I mean, Mercyful Fate was just beyond comprehension how amazing this band was, and the structure of the songs and the way that King Diamond would sing those songs. Definitely Don't Break the Oath is number 1 in 1984 and beyond. Has never been touched since. So thank you, Travis, so much, buddy. I hope you enjoyed my top 10 1984. It was a tough one. A lot of amazing albums stayed off, you know. God, Trouble, Psalm 9. How can that not make the list? Oh, it didn't make the list because that year was so awesome. The First Battery, such a game changer. You know? Too Tough to Die from the Ramones. I could go on and on. I already named all the ones that hurt leaving off. But again, thank you, Travis, so much. And everybody out there, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring that little notification bell. And like the video, because it's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and smack 'em a gob. This video was brought to you by These Slippers Suck Production.
I'm out of here.